Yo, what's up everybody? Good morning. I'm gonna walk on the elliptical for about 2 to 3 kilometers, just generally talking about risk management and learning how to overcome a lot of the different failures that you have faced, and especially about the emotional control when it comes to trading. And this video was inspired by somebody messaging me and saying to me something like, "Hey Philakone, I've been trading for 4 years now. I keep making the same mistakes over and over. I watch a lot of different videos, but these mistakes are costing me a lot. I'm not sticking to my stop losses, and I'm just making the same mistakes that I made even in the beginning of the first year." So I wanted to go over that. Well, first of all, I want to let everybody know the hard truth and the harsh reality of day trading. Then that's not everybody's going to succeed. There's a reason why it's incredibly alluring to this game. A reason why a lot of people see a lot of success in the market and they're like, oh, maybe that's something I can do as well, right? Maybe that's something I could be very, very successful at. So they want to go into trading because they see a lot of people make a tremendous amount. It's hard to talk and go fast, so I'm going to go a little slower here. A lot of people make a gigantic amount of profit, and because of that, they're like, hey, maybe that's something I want to do. Maybe I can do this full time. Maybe I can quit my job. But the sad fact is that that's the reason why so many people come into this game, because the profits are immense, but there's also massive risk involved as well. And in my opinion, I would say over 99% of traders fail. And some of the main characteristics that defines a very successful trader would be characteristics like having resilience, having the ability to adapt to ever-changing markets, having the ability to continuously learn, to persevere through adversity, to manage their emotions, to prevent mistakes, to be able to create long-term goals, to be able to plan and execute these plans, right? So those are just some of the major characteristics of a person that is very likely to succeed as a day trader. And what are some of the characteristics that will make people fail, or some of the attributes or the mistakes that will make a trader completely fail and be unable to find success in this market? I would say the number one characteristic is the opposite of everything that I've said. They do not have resilience. They do not have a continuous way to learn. They're unable to adapt. They're unable to adhere to a strict trading plan. They're unable to create goals for themselves. They're unable to have a system. They keep repeating the same mistakes over and over. And because of these mistakes, it's preventing them from having long-term success. We've all heard of every single person where they're like, they grew a small amount of capital into something huge. And they're like, yeah, I grew like $10,000 to like a few $100,000 in like 6 months or something like that. And then all of a sudden you hear them say like, but I wiped it out in like literally one trade. Just think about that for a moment. How many times have you heard of stories like that where people make a large amount of capital, a profit, and then they wipe it out in many trades or a few trades? It takes a long time to build something up, but it only takes a few short moments for you to destroy something that took you a long time to build. It's kind of like trust when you think about it, right? Trust is about the consistency in a friendship between people. It needs to be built over time. But it's very, very easy to breach that trust. It just takes one moment, man, and everything could be catastrophic. It's not okay for you to make one major mistake. It's really not. There's always these stories of like, oh yeah, I made a major mistake. The good traders, they don't make these major mistakes, okay? They really don't. They minimize them down to a T. And they do that because it takes a certain type of character. I'm being completely honest. And if you've been doing this for like 4 or 5, 6 years, even part-time, and you're not progressing, you probably don't want to hear this, but there's a good chance that trading is just not for you. It's not It's not like everybody can do this. It's not like everybody can be at home on their elliptical talking to you guys, trying to give you advice as a professional day trader managing a multi-million-dollar portfolio, right? It takes a lot of hard work to get to that. And from the people that I know, I'm gonna talk about it from the perspective of like people that I know and my personal perspective and struggles, as well as becoming an upcoming trader that eventually found success. So one of my major mistakes was, first of all, leveraging, right? Leveraging was, well, first of all, risk management is by far the most important aspect of being a successful trader, right? I completely forgot to mention that. So if you are able to manage your risk, you can understand that good traders will always think about how much they can actually lose versus how much they can win. The people out there that are completely new, they're gonna leverage. They're gonna believe that I need more money to make more money. Okay, and someone once said to me that, Philakone, the only reason you're able to make these big profits is because you actually have a really big balance. That's bullshit, because when you think about it, it took me a very long time to build up this balance, right? I've earned the right to play this big. The camera's far away, so I have to yell into the microphone. That's why I'm getting tired. So I'm gonna speak a little bit softer. I've earned the right to play this big because I've built up my account. It's not like if you give $100,000 or $500,000 to a person with no experience, they're gonna just ultimately find magical success. It's not gonna work like that, right? They're probably gonna end up getting completely liquidated and they're gonna lose everything in their account. That's very likely to happen. So you need to earn that position sizing of yours by building your own capital over time. And if you're able to build your capital over time, then, well, your skills will be directly proportional to the account size and position sizes that you've earned the right to play, right? So it's a very slow process. Many people expect instant gratification. For example, I exercise because I'm getting older. My metabolism is slower, right? I'm almost 40 years old now. I'm not on here because I expect to immediately lose weight or be in perfect shape overnight or by coming on the elliptical one time. It's kind of like trading. People expect overnight success. They expect, for example, a magical phrase. They'll DM me and they'll expect like a magical response of some magical paragraph I can send them or tell them something or advise them, and then poof, all of their trading problems are now disappeared and they're all fixed. It doesn't work like that. It takes a very long time to become a successful trader, but I think one of the most important aspects is identifying what you're doing wrong and trying to have a plan for you to fix it. If you're constantly making the same mistakes over and over, you just don't have discipline then. Oh, that's another characteristic I forgot to talk about. Discipline. Discipline involves doing what you need to do no matter what. Like sticking to the plan. Discipline is, like, I'm not a gym buff, I'm just using analogies because I'm on the elliptical. Like, for example, people who go to the gym often and, they're like social media influencers that go to the gym. Those people are the most confident people and they have a massive amount of discipline because they go to the gym to work out even on the days that they don't want to work out, right? It's kind of like trading where if you have a stop loss, you have to adhere to that stop loss even if you don't want to. A lot of people would rather just watch their profits ride, or their losses ride because they just simply cannot handle that amount of the loss. So I believe that number one thing is risk management. And risk management comes in multiple layers. Risk management is like an onion where it's got layers and layers and layers to protect its core. Okay? One of the most important aspects of this layer, I'm gonna kill my cat for scratching my stubble further. Callie! Sorry about that. So one layer would be reducing the amount that you leverage. Like, I can tell you all of these things, right? And you'll be like, oh yeah, I know that. I knew this too. You're right. You're gonna agree with me with everything that I say. But do you actually have the discipline to carry forth these things that you know you shouldn't do? That's the difference between a trader that's successful and not. Right? A bad trader will be like, oh, I'll leverage this one time. I'll leverage one time, make a big profit, and I will never do it again. That's what a bad trader would do. You know what a good trader would do? What they would do is they would tell themselves that one time I leverage could easily end up just liquidating me. Therefore, I'm not going to do it no matter what. That's the difference between the mentality of a successful trader that's cautious, that understands risk management, versus a trader that's greedy, that will gladly leverage just one time to try and get ahead. It doesn't work like that. You have to be consistent throughout the whole journey of trading so you can grow into the trader that could ultimately be successful. So one layer would be risk management, okay? Or sorry, one layer of risk management would be don't leverage. Leveraging is stupid. The only time you can leverage is if you actually have the capital or the assets somewhere else, and it's okay to do that. But if you're leveraging your maximum paycheck, your maximum bankroll, and you have no money elsewhere to cover your margin, then that's just greed. Because then you're not understanding that it takes a very slow period of time to grow something into a large amount. And that consistency and discipline that you carry forth, that's what's going to help you become the successful trader that you want to be. Another aspect is watch your position sizing. If you're going to be playing your maximum position size every time, like your entire bankroll every single time, that's not a wise thing to do. Learn about position sizing. Learn why it's important to maybe only play half of your account size, a fixed dollar amount, or a fixed percentage of your account size. Learn about that and stick to it. Try to create games for yourself where you're gonna say to yourself, I'm never gonna leverage one time for like 60 days. Say that. And can you actually prove it to yourself? Can you prove it to yourself that you can keep your own word and keep your own promises? Because if you can't do that, how the fuck do you expect to become a successful trader? It's not gonna happen. Right? Another thing you can do for yourself is say like, I will never leverage and I will always stick to my stop loss no matter what. A lot of people, it gets to their stop loss, they're fucking deer in the headlights, and they just watch their losses ride even more. It goes past their stop loss, they just wait a little bit longer, or they don't even have one. And then it turns into a catastrophic loss, okay? Like we're talking about a major loss it turns into. So 1.3 kilometers in, you guys get me for about 650 more meters, I'll stop. And it's been about 11 minutes. This is what I do every morning, so I figured I may as well talk to you guys, but I do admit it's a little bit hard to do this and talk because my incline is really high right now. So yeah, try to create plans for yourself where you say, I'm never gonna do this no matter what. I mean, think about it. Like this person who messaged me, they said they're 4 years into their career and they're still making the same mistakes over and over. I mean, it just goes to show that they haven't even taken trading seriously if they can't even fix the mistakes that they've made from the beginning and they're still repeating them 4 years later. Like, what kind of discipline does that show about a person? Right? You don't even have the fucking discipline to not do something or to do something, as in to not leverage, to not play your maximum position sizes, or to take your losses. Like, risk management is quite critical, right? You want to develop really good habits, right? Review your losses, see what you can actually do differently, what you can do better, and then say to yourself, I won't do it. But not only that, even if you say to yourself to it, maybe write it down. There are a lot of people out there that simply review their losses after they lose, but they don't write anything down. They're just like, okay, I won't do it again. And then it just slips their mind the next day. They completely forgot what the fuck happened. They have no way of actually remembering it at all. How are you going to improve something if you don't have a binder, if you don't have a system to catalog and track all of your mistakes, right? Over 100 trades, if you track them all and you realize, oh shit, 13 out of these 100 trades, I did the same thing, which was really bad, right? Maybe I need to change it. It could be something like, oh, I actually leveraged for like 13 out of 100 trades. Maybe I should really work on that. You know, isn't that so simple to like write something down so you can acknowledge the mistake? And then don't fucking do it. Nobody can tell you to do something or to not do something. Like, you gotta find the fucking courage inside of yourself and the discipline to be strong enough as a character to keep your word. Like, to me, it's really funny how all that we have in our life is our word. And sometimes we have to do the hard things that we don't want to do. I mean, what the fuck kind of person are you if you can't even stick to your own word? And if you're really not even writing it down, like, what the fuck as well? You really think you're gonna outwork a guy like me that did all that shit? Come on, let's be real. You know, if you put me up against 1,000 traders, there's a chance that I'll probably come up really, really high up there. Or even 1,000,000 traders. It's because I've worked harder than the rest of these fuckers. I stick to my own plan. I review everything. I do more. Are you doing enough? You're probably not doing enough. You're probably not writing shit down. You're probably not cataloging anything. You're probably repeating the same mistakes and you don't even know what these mistakes are, right? So risk management is key, man. I'm gonna end it here because I'm about 15 minutes in and I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but I just thought I'd give you a really quick example of how to fix things, right? Just write the shit down, catalog all of your mistakes, see how many times you've done it over the course of multiple trades, about 100 trades, 150 trades, 200 trades, right? And that's the only time you'll truly know if what you need to improve. If you can't even do the bare basics, right? Just ask yourself, how many years have you been in the game and are you doing that? And if you're not doing that, ask yourself, how much profit have you made? It's probably correlated, right? Your learning is probably correlated to your profit. If you're not learning, you're not making a lot of profit, and so on. Okay, I'm good enough today, 1.8 kilometers. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps some people.